The past couple of years have seen our beautiful sun-kissed country battle some of the toughest, most unprecedented weather conditions it has ever seen before. I mean, you don't have to look far to see just how dry and brown it is. Endless droughts and heart-wrenching fires have caused devastation to many. No signs of rain have left our farmers struggling. Temperatures continue to rise, and firefighters have been battling on the front line. And unfortunately, it's not just people struggling, but our native wildlife too.
Good evening. We begin with the bushfire emergency in New South Wales.
Gusting winds and climbing temperatures, the worst possible combination.
The smallest of survivors is struggling too. They had to deal with drought and now this.
This might all sound and feel really overwhelming, and trust me, I feel ya. But in amongst these tough times, there's been little sparks of hope lighting the way for the community and aiming to make a really big difference. They come in the form of you guys. Volunteers across Australia doing their bit to lend a hand to those in need. And today we're joining the Rescue Collective as they do just that. Nicole, this is a pretty incredible setup you guys have here. Talk me through what you do.
So basically what we do is we gather all of the donations from our supporters and the general public. We pack them into rescue-specific boxes and then send them all off to the rescues as care packages.
Incredible. And the amount of donations you guys have here is just like phenomenal.
Absolutely is, it sure is.
And you couldn't do what you do without the incredible group of volunteers.
That's right, come on in and meet some.
Just 40 minutes after the initial social media post, these guys were inundated with donations, phone calls and messages from people wanting to lend a hand. 'Cause, let's be honest, when we see our native wildlife struggling, we want to help. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Look at all of this.
Yeah, lots of goodies.
Exciting.
I feel like we picked a busy, good day to come in. Nicole, how many volunteers do you guys have?
We've got 10 to 12 in the core ground crew here and then we have a whole array of volunteers around Australia, so probably about 100 or so now.
Wow, absolutely incredible. And look at this. All business here, packed and ready to go. This is tough but super rewarding work. And in amongst the tough work, there is always time for a bit of fun. Photos are taken a little differently around here, but in true Totally Wild style.
Go koala!
Koala!
Kangaroo!
Kangaroo!
Go echidna!
Echidna!
Okay, Nicole, so we're packing our order for Wildlife Rescue Queensland. Now, what do we need and what animals will we be helping?
So today we're going to be taking a whole lot of pellets and things to the macropods, which are the kangaroos and the wallabies. We're going to meet a sugar glider as well. And we're going to take a few other supplies for some of the animals in care that are there, some birds, some bats, and a couple of other ones along the way.
Fantastic. Now, is this the only order for today?
No, we'll probably pack another 15 or so and send those out later today.
Wowza.
Yeah.
Okay, but for now, this one goes in the car.
Let's do it.
All right. All of our supplies are packed up, they're in the car, and we are ready to go to deliver them to the wildlife carer. We're now going to go for an hour-and-a-half drive to drop them off and see these supplies in action. Now, Mel, this is the first time you're going to actually get to deliver them, meet the wildlife carer and meet the animals. How are you feeling?
I'm so excited. It'll be so good. It'll be so rewarding to be able to meet the actual carers and the animals.
Absolutely. All right, it's road trip time. Let's go. With droughts and bushfires raging across Australia, the past year has seen our native wildlife struggling like never before. But luckily, there's volunteers across the country banding together to lend a helping hand. We've spent the morning with the Rescue Collective, collecting and sorting donations ready to be delivered to wildlife carers just like Lorna from Wildlife Rescue Queensland, who's been caring for our sick or injured wildlife and nursing them back to health. Today, worlds are colliding as both groups of volunteers get to share the amazing things they've been doing. First up, meet some of the sweetest little faces around. This might just be the cutest roll call ever. Millie, Jasper, Summer, Felicity, Willow, China, Billy, India, and Phoebe. Some of them are a little camera shy. Lorna, how old are the little Joeys we have here?
These two and these two porter cots are probably between 6 and 9 months old.
Oh my gosh, they're absolutely beautiful. And what's involved in caring for them?
Oh, there's a lot of work. It's 24 hours. It's like having a toddler constantly.
Except you've got how many of them? Yeah, like 16 toddlers at once or something. Like Lorna said, being a wildlife carer is a full-time job. It includes round-the-clock feeds, keeping the animals at the right temperature, supplying any medicine, and looking after any sores or rehabilitating any injuries. Basically, providing a safe home for animals so they can one day be returned to their home in the wild.
So in here we've got two smaller Joeys. They're about 5 months old.
So why are they kept in there?
Just to really keep them in a constant temperature. They haven't got really thick fur yet.
Okay.
So just,
Can we give them a little cuddle?
Yeah, of course we can.
Beautiful. And are they a bit smaller than usual?
Yeah, these two are drought babies. We're getting a lot coming in at the minute. Quite small for their age and quite underweight because mums aren't finding the feed out there in the wild to produce good quality milk, so the Joeys aren't as big as what they should be.
It's fascinating to see the effects it has, not just on the mums, but then on the babies as well.
Yeah, it definitely affects the babies as well.
Look at them.
He should be probably about another 300 or 400 grams heavier than what he is.
Right, okay, so they are quite small.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's just like, look at that, check it out, the big wide world. Included in these little Joeys' daily routine is some time outdoors to bounce around. As a wildlife carer, you obviously give them lots of love and care, but there is a part that you kind of have to let their natural instincts come through as well.
I mean, when they're this size and smaller, you do spend a lot of time with them. You're their, you're their surrogate mum. They look to you for support and protection. But as they get older, you back away from them and let them develop their natural instincts to be wary of strangers and people and everything else.
Absolutely. Now, what happens to them once they are cared for and they're back to their full health and they're growing up?
Yeah, so these guys, when they're big, they get introduced to a mob from being quite small, and then they grow up with that group of kangaroos, and then eventually they're released with that group of kangaroos.
Wow. I'm getting absolute cuddles here, and I am just not complaining about it at all. Hello, little friend. You can see that like the drought has affected you here. You were saying there's usually lots of grass and things like that. How has that been with the animals?
Yeah, I have to buy in lots of feed, lots of hay and pellets and things to feed them, because obviously the paddocks are bare now, no grass at all.
Yeah, it's so incredibly dry out here. And that's where these guys help out, delivering much needed packages of supplies.
So here we are, guys. We've got some more donations for you. We've got a car full of macropod pellets and some feed for the kangaroos, and yeah, we'd love to unload.
It's a pretty special thing for everyone to be able to come together and see their hard work pay off. Muscles! How's it feel, Marnie, to actually see the pouches you guys are delivering being used and like holding a little Joey there?
Oh, it feels so amazing.
It's quite emotional, isn't it?
It is.
Today means to us just a small reward, a glimpse into the life of Lorna and all the amazing work she's doing.
Her care for the animals, she's so passionate, and we are so passionate to be able to help her and other carers. It's been an amazing experience.
It's such an honour because they're such beautiful little creatures, and it's such a great reward for all that we're doing, and it's really like boosts our morale and really keeps us going.
Absolutely.
Makes us remember why we're doing it. And
so Lorna, what does this delivery mean for you?
It's just absolutely fantastic. It really, really is just amazing.
I tell you what, it's been pretty incredible to see the sense of community and so many Australians from different walks of life coming together to lend a helping hand to not only those people in need, but also our native wildlife in need. Well done, guys.
Hands in. Teamwork makes the dream work.